somewhere around 1979, I realized that I wasn't just cooking for a paycheck. I started to switch into someone who was getting really interested in the totality of it. And it did not happen in a year or 2 years. It took a little time, like, I don't know. But one of the books in my treasure book series that of course would be a fundamental book is this one here. This is called the Escoffier Cookbook, a guide to the fine art of cookery. This was one of those books that in buying it, I was saying I'm committing. I'm going to stay in this horse race and see where I get. I bought this book. I don't know how I could have afforded it, really, because I was, cook's wages in late 70s. Yeah, it was late 70s, and here's how I can tell. The way I signed my name, well, that's one indication, but the two addresses, 1200 Royal Street, Key West, became 824 Olivia Street, Key West. What happened between this address and this address? Our son was born, and we moved into the house on Olivia Street. So a lot of things going on in life just then. Escoffier was born in 1846, and he lived to 1935. So a ripe old age for a person who was in this business. It is known that he created 500 or more recipes. 1846. It was right around this time frame that this fabulous movie takes place that we saw probably less than a year ago, called The Taste of Things. And I know that in French it would have been said more poetically than that, but this is a movie that I highly recommend anyone who loves to see food being made, cooking going on. It takes place in the French countryside, and Escoffier is mentioned in this movie a few times. It is a novel-esque approach. It's not a true story. It's not about Escoffier or anything like that. But oh my God, it's so gorgeous. The food is so delicious looking. Now, I mentioned 500 recipes. I'll tell you, in a way, how you get to that. This is the kind of a book when you're a young chef, young cook, when you're coming up, where you need this kind of thing because it's going to reorganize your brain. It's going to cause you to think much more expansively on what dishes can be. And I'll go through this kind of rapidly. Here's chapter 12. It's on eggs. And this is the pages. Eggs on the dish. Bercy eggs with brown butter, eggs hunter style, deviled eggs, Florentine eggs au gratin, Jockey Club eggs, isoline eggs. These recipes are numbered. He says cook the eggs according to 395. So you go back to 395 and see what that was. And that's a reference. It's like a footnote. Lully eggs, Meyerbeer eggs, Mirabeau eggs, Omar Pacha eggs, Parmentier eggs, and then it goes into poached and mole eggs, and then it goes down through poached eggs à l'oreille. I don't know how to say it. Oh my gosh. Poached eggs in the cradle, and on for pages and pages. And is this the kind of book that's necessary for a home cook? No, but I didn't intend to remain a barely employable person. I needed to study books like a lawyer would study the law books, I guess. That's how I would put it. And this is that kind, we're still in the eggs. This is that kind of a book. So for anybody who is an absolute egghead and wants to be a chef and is young and you believe that they really mean it, this could be the kind of book that you should get them because it'll be game-changing. The Escoffier book, Auguste Escoffier, one of my treasure book series for sure. I'll have another one for you before long. Have a great time reading and cooking.